Welcome into the show, guys. I don't know if y'all heard the music or not heard the music or whatever the case may be, but I'm Jeff Michael. This is Sports with Balls. Get going. I can't hear the music, so I'm assuming you guys can. Let's turn that down. Sometimes these sites, man, I swear to God. Happy hump day, though. Here we are on a Wednesday. Of course, y'all can tell I'm a little nasally because, yeah, man, there's just a lot of junk going around. That's all there's to it. There's a lot. I actually feel okay. Just a little head cold, I guess. Something, who knows, some coffee and some Dayquil will knock this right out. Welcome into the show. Sports with Balls, episode 285. 15 away from 300, man. Holy you know what. Good show today. We'll get into the Super Bowl a little bit later. Let's see. First of all, as we do every show, it is February the 7th. Let's check out these national holidays. National Send a Card to a Friend Day. There you go. Nobody does that anymore. Don't do an e-card. Don't you do it. Go out there. Go to Target. Go to Walgreens. Go to CVS. Whatever stores in your neighborhood. Go get a card and send it to a friend. It means a ton. Global School Play Day. National Signing Day. This cracked me up. Because high school football players are eligible to commit to the college of their choice. Don't they do that all year long now? And then there's transfer portals for other. It's just, man, what a mess. College football. You know what we're excited for? A lot of people forget. Next year, the expanded playoffs. That is awesome. So we don't have to worry about the top four anymore. That'll be pretty fun. Hug an Addict or Alcoholic Day. That is a weird holiday, but probably needed. February the 7th today, National Ballet Day. Fettuccine Alfredo Day. Woohoo! There you go. National Girls and Women in Sports Day. Congratulations to all the girls and women that are in high school, college, professional sports. Caitlin Clark tearing it up, about to pass the all-time NCAA women's scoring title. Rose Day. National Jack Day. Periodic table. World Read Aloud Day. And last but not least, my favorite, wave all your fingers at your neighbor day. Take that for what it is, man. Wave all your fingers at your neighbor day. All right. My neighbor's name is Joe. I will wave at him for sure. By the way, rest in peace, Alan Jackson, F cancer. I'm sorry, not Alan. Man, dude, I'm telling you, my head cold has gotten me absolutely messed up. Mr. Keith, man, look, rest in peace. I saw him do the national anthem at the Astros games a few times. Absolutely incredible guy for the military. A lot of support for him. So I just want to say rest in peace to him. Sad day yesterday for country music and for a lot of fans around the world for that dude. What else we got going on today, man? I'm going to do today in national sports history, which I'll do in a little bit. Today was a big day in sports. A huge day in sports history. And it will also be a big day for the Houston Astros. If you follow the show, you know where I'm from. You know I'm an Astros fan. If you see some of the memorabilia, see all those rings right there? Yeah, those are Astros rings. FYI. Jose Altuve will finish his career as a Houston Astro after he signs a 5-year, $125 million extension, basically. Probably end up being the greatest Astro ever. Craig Biggio, Jeff Bagwell are right there. You could say Nolan Ryan, but he played other places. I think that Jose Altuve, if he continues on this streak and if he continues and hits 3,000 hits, that is, he's 33 years old. This will send him to 38, take him through 2029. He'll probably retire a Houston Astro at that point. And he is the first second baseman in the history of baseball to get $300 million guaranteed through his contracts. Congratulations, Jose Altuve. Awesome. And great for the Astros. Absolutely fantastic for the Houston Astros to lock him up for basically the end of his career. He'll retire an Astro. Awesome deal for both sides. Hold on. Told y'all this head cold's killing me. Let's see. Heading into his final season this year, he was going to go to free agency, but I don't think the Astros would have allowed that. Now the Astros, what are they worried about? Kyle Tucker, who had 2 more years, and then, of course, you've got Alex Bregman, the third baseman over there, and trying to figure out what they're going to do with him. So those are the other 2 big signings that they'll have to do, but they've got their major one. Jose Altuve signed 5 years. What is that? What did I just say? 5 years, $125 million extension. Basically locks him up as an Astro for the remainder of his career. Way to go. Houston Astros did a good job. They signed Josh Hader. The Astros, look, we've seen all the LA Dodgers talk and all the New York Yankees talk. Astros quietly have put together a decent offseason so far. And they didn't have to make too many huge deals. They might need to make one more, but even as this roster stands, the Astros are in the playoffs if they stay healthy and a force to be reckoned with. They're right up there, top 5. I'm not going to sit there and say number 1. I'm not going to say number 3. I'm not doing any of that. But they are up there in top 5 Major League Baseball teams in MLB this year, for sure. All right, so Astros lock up Altuve. What else we got going on? The Los Angeles Chargers, or the Bolts, as you will. By the way, hope anybody that's listening in Los Angeles, hope you guys are staying safe with the floods and the weather going over there. I see pictures, and it doesn't look fun. Doesn't look fun at all. But we all know that Jim Harbaugh left Michigan, signed on with the Chargers, and now he brings his defensive coordinator, Jesse Minter, with him. And today they will sign Greg Roman, their offensive coordinator for the Chargers, also from Michigan. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Jim Harbaugh bringing over a squad. And all that stuff translates in college. And I'm not saying that Jim Harbaugh won't win. He has won every single place he's gone. This just screams mediocrity to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's Herbert. Maybe it's the situation with Austin Eckler. I don't know. Maybe it's the health of Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. That's all their star players. All of them have health issues. And it just sort of seems like they're mediocre. Go over the record of the Chargers the last 4 seasons. I believe it's 500. They've had issues after issues after issues with health. And you haven't gotten Justin Herbert into that upper echelon. He's down there in probably 3rd tier. He's not 2nd tier. He's not 1st tier. And he's supposed to be one of the stars of the NFL. I'm not smashing on the Chargers. I'm just saying they got some work to do. Jim Harbaugh's got a lot of work to do. But he does bring in Jesse Minter as defensive coordinator, and we will find out today that Greg Roman will be the offensive coordinator over there. Super Bowl action, as they did some more interviews yesterday. The only thing that I really got out of this was Andy Reid saying, they asked him about retirement, and he said, today is not the day. I mentioned this yesterday about Andy Reid becoming the greatest coach of all time. If him and Pat Mahomes stay together, sort of like Brady and Belichick. But I'm seeing a hint towards he doesn't care about that. I'm also seeing a hint towards him, if they win this Super Bowl, saying, I'm out of here. I just sort of see it. And then you wonder what Pat Mahomes does. Because obviously, head coach and quarterback, you get the right combo together, and boom, you've got a title. If not multiple titles. It's happened over and over and over. And you wonder what would happen to Pat Mahomes' career if Andy Reid called it a day. That would be really, really, really interesting. I'm not exactly sure if he will do that, but I do kind of feel like he's hinting towards that. Andy Reid has been a coach for a long, long time. And I think this would be his, 3rd or 4th Super Bowl title if he wins? I just feel like he might call it a day. I do. If he wins this Super Bowl, I got a feeling Andy Reid rides off into the sunset. And it wouldn't be, look, you can't get mad at him. You couldn't be mad at him all. He did what he's supposed to do. Just because you may want him to beat Bill Belichick or beat Bill Belichick, I don't know. Let's see. He said, my mom and dad told me this when they were working, Reed said, as Chiefs prepare for Super Bowl against 49ers. They said, you'll know when it's time, and I'm ready to go right now. Let's go. He's talking about actually playing in the Super Bowl. He said his exact quote is, that's what they would tell me when I was young. I was an inquisitive kid, and so that's the way I look at it. Somewhere you are going to know when it's time. Today is not the day. So there you go. I wouldn't be mad at him if they win. If they lose, of course, I think he would probably try to come back and go for one more. As every coach will tell you, it's the offseason grind. It's before the season starts. That is the real hustle. And you just wonder how much Andy Reid has left in him. I think he's going to be fine if he loses for one more year, maybe two. But if he wins, I can completely see Andy Reid saying, I'm out of here. And I'm not wearing red today because the Chiefs red. In fact, maybe on Friday, I will wear the colors. Well, I guess it would be San Francisco's red too, but of the team that maybe will win the Super Bowl. In my opinion, I will have to somehow, some way, pick one of these teams before Friday. Let me know what your Super Bowl plans are. Go to Sports with Balls on all the social media outlets. TikTok is blowing up. I got a good TikTok going. Facebook page, I still don't have control of. By the way, Facebook, get your you-know-what together. It's been over a month now, and I don't have my page back. Because somebody hacked it. I get it. They just responded to me not too long ago. Hopefully in the next week, I will have my Sports with Balls Facebook page yet. If back up. If not, go to the Jeff Michael Show or Jeff Michael on social media. And also, go to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. This place is booming. And look, at first it was sports and stuff. It's their food and their drink specials. Place is unbelievable. Go to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you that's just eating and drinking on. Also, anything you need done construction-wise, anything, Josh Smith at 281-949-8925. Models, new builds, roofs, fences, sprinkler systems, driveways. Man, he probably will mow your lawn. Give Josh Smith a call or visit him at modern-homeimprovement.com. Unbelievable. They do all the work for my house. Sports with Balls. All right. What else we got going on? I talked about Andy Reid. I talked about the Chargers. I talked about Jose Altuve. Did y'all see any of these NBA games last night? Any of these NBA games? Ah, dude. Because I was going to do parlay of the day, but I can't figure out the NBA either. Because last night, I know that the Timberwolves were up by 23 at halftime on the Bulls. The Bulls are a terrible team. They're all sorts of messed up. They went on to lose that game in overtime. They were up 23 at half. I had them minus 5 points yesterday. Looked great at halftime. In fact, I almost went to sleep before the game was over. Bulls creep back, won the game. Oklahoma City Thunder. They were up almost 10 at halftime. They lost to the Jazz. The Milwaukee Bucks lose Chris Middleton. They got not blown out, but got beat pretty bad by the Phoenix Suns. Knicks blew out the Grizzlies. The Heat Magic, decent game. Mavericks blew out the Nets. By the way, Kyrie Irving, little home reunion, I guess, but whatever. And the Pacers, who were blowing the Rockets out the door up by 10, I think with 3 or 4 minutes left, only end up winning by 3 points. So, NBA is, oh, man, frustrating. So I'm not doing parlay of the days on the NBA anymore. I'm going to start studying some hockey. And like I said before, I'm going to do this NCAA basketball thing, and we're going to get into that right after the Super Bowl because that's when that gets hot. Speaking of the Super Bowl, they came out with a number yesterday. $23.7 billion is supposed to be gambled on Sunday alone. Holy wow. 23, let's just say 24 billion. 24 billion in one day. on the Super Bowl, on Super Bowl Sunday. That is insanity. It's absolutely crazy, man. Wow. John Rahm and the LIV. We'll talk about that. Look, we'll get into all that stuff after the Super Bowl's over, man. I just, speaking of Super Bowl in Vegas, the mayor. Okay, so we all know that the Oakland A's are trying to move to Las Vegas. The Las Vegas mayor came out yesterday and said that they should probably try to stay in Oakland. What? They're planning to build a $1.5 billion stadium in Vegas. The mayor comes out and says, you should probably stay over there. Her quote exactly. I personally think the Oakland A's got to figure out a way to stay in Oakland to make their dream come true. What? And then so later on, she took to social media and says excited about the prospect of Major League Baseball in her city. Wow. I don't know if the mayor, first of all, I've never seen this woman. I don't know anything about her. I haven't researched her. Don't know if she's a sports fan or not, but the mayor of Vegas doesn't seem too thrilled about the Oakland A's coming to Vegas. Woo. What else we got going on, man? I told y'all that I'm all stuffy. Man. We're going to have to get into some NHL and some NCAA basketball coming up after the Super Bowl. So next week, you will get more. Oh, Kevin Anthony joining the show. Been a minute. What's you got to say, Kevin Anthony? Go Cowboys. The NBA is a joke. I got Taylor Swift and the Chiefs plus 1.5 and the over. I don't know about betting. I agree with you. I think that there's an argument, really good argument for either way on these games. It's hard to go against number 15. It really, really is. And I don't know exactly which way I'm going to go yet. But if I was leaning one direction, I'm leaning that way as well, Kevin. And I think prop betting is where I'm going to go for this Super Bowl. And I will lay out Friday will probably be a prop bet show. We will go over prop bet galore on Friday because I think there's some probably really good ones. Score first drive, coin toss, tails never fails. There's all kinds of prop bets that we're doing. I'll probably lay out 10 to 15 prop bets that I really, really like. We'll do a parlay prop bet for the Super Bowl. I mean, why not? There's $24 billion going around on Sunday in money, so I'll be part of it. I don't know how much. Maybe I'll put a limit on it. $20? What's the average person gambling on Sunday? Like, what's the average number? $50? This is including your parlays, your prop bets, your straight up bets, and your squares. Like, how much money are you gambling on Sunday per person? Is it 100? 150? I would think it's quite a bit. All right, let's go to today in sports history. And I told you at the beginning of the show, today is a huge day in sports history. Massive. We will start off with Joe DiMaggio. 1949, Joe DiMaggio becomes the first player in baseball history to make $100,000 a year. Now, this is 1949. 100 grand? What's that equivalent to today? That's a lot of money. To play for, of course, the Empire, the New York Yankees. What else we got? There's a lot. 1958, the Dodgers officially become the Los Angeles Dodgers. That is a huge deal. There's, the Super Bowls today, everything. The 38th NBA All-Star Game in 1988 played in Chicago. And I'm going to give you one guess who the MVP of that game was. You guessed it, Michael Jordan. On the same day in 1989, 40th NHL All-Star Game, I'm going to give you one guess of who that MVP was. That's right, Wayne freaking Gretzky. Bob Knight in 1991. Bob Knight, Larry O'Brien, Tiny Archibald, Dave Cohen's NBA Hall of Fame. There's more. This is a good day. In 1992, those of y'all who remember this, Mike Tyson testified in his rape trial on this day in 1992. Wow, man. this was a just crazy day for sports. 1999, the NFL Pro Bowl in Honolulu. Keyshawn Johnson, I guess, was the MVP. Super Bowl in 2010, Miami Gardens. This is when the New Orleans Saints got their Super Bowl. They beat the Indianapolis Colts 31-17. MVP Drew Brees. Winter Olympics. Broncos beat the Panthers in 2016 on the Super Bowl, or in the Super Bowl. 24-10. MVP was Von Miller. In 2016, he was the MVP of the Super Bowl. And then you had 3 years ago, Raymond James Stadium, Tampa, Florida. The Buccaneers dominate defending champion Kansas City Chiefs 31-9. There's goats all over the place in this day. Tom Brady being your MVP. So you got Brady, Jordan, Gretzky, all in today's headlines. We'll do some it's a Canadian headline. In 2021, The Weeknd becomes the first Canadian solo artist to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. And everybody's favorite, LeBron James, scores 38 points to become the NBA's all-time leading scorer in 2023, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 38,387 career points. That's all in today's history. So we'll see if we make some more sports history. Look, we went over Jose Altuve. We went over the Los Angeles Chargers, a couple of Super Bowl things. Today in sports history, today in today's national days, of course, we do all that anyways. Kevin Anthony, what you got to say? Prop bets are going to be fun. Yeah, way less on squares this year, usually $1,500 to $2,000. Whoop! You're only $500. See, to me, $500 is quite a bit of money for one day. But if you don't gamble all year long, and this is your one day to gamble, really, that's actually not a bad deal. Kevin Anthony did do the comparison for Joe DiMaggio. $100,000 today would be $1.3 million a year. Wow, Joe DiMaggio. That's probably one of my favorite today in sports right there. That's crazy. That was absolutely nuts. If you missed anything, go to the podcast version. It'll be up directly when I get out of here. Also, go to Chris'sTailgate.com on Sunday for the to find one near you, and go to Chris's Tailgate on Sunday for the Super Bowl. It's going to be a blast. Drink specials, incredible food. Y'all know the drill. Chris'sTailgate.com. Find one near you. Also, $500 off your next remodel. Call Josh Smith, 281-949, homeimprovement.com. Sorry for being late. That stuff. Super Bowl, and the shows are going to be great. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm Jeff Michael.